So this is the second part of problem 2.4. We just, in a previous video, looked at the table and found the equation for the two amusement parks and how the probability of rain affected those two parks' attendance. And so we came up with these two equations. So the attendance at Big Fun would be minus or negative 7.5 times the probability plus 1,000, which we got from the 1,000. And we know that when we found the slope, or the change in x compared to the change in y, that it was down 7.5 people for every 1% chance of rain, because the attendance goes down as the chance of rain goes up. And then for Get Real, attendance went up as the chance of rain went up, because as it gets not as nice outside, people wouldn't want to go inside and see a movie. And so that went up 2 people for every 1% chance of rain, plus the 300 that they assume would show up regardless of the chance of rain. So now we're going to answer some questions and actually use the equation so that we came up with to do that. So the first question is, suppose there's a 50% chance of rain on Saturday. So what would the attendance expected to be at each attraction? So if I just use the equations that I have, and we have 50% chance of rain, we're just going to put that 50% in where P is and multiply it by the slope, or the change that we found for each. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for each of them. So for the attendance at Big Fun, it's equal to negative 7.5 times the 50% chance of rain plus the 1,000. And I'm just going to go ahead and use my calculator to calculate that answer. So I'll put it here so we can see both. So negative 7.5 times 50 plus 1,000. And you can see that it's really, we're going to subtract from 1,000 because less people are going to show up because we have a chance of rain. So we're really subtracting 375 people from the 1,000, and we get 625 people will show up, they think, if there's a 50% chance of rain. And then if we look at the attendance at Get Real with the same chance of rain, the equation was 2 times the probability plus 300. And so again, if I just use my calculator, although I think I could probably do this one without the calculator, but we'll use it anyway. 2 times 50 is the 100 plus the 300 that we have as our starting number. And so it looks like 400 people would be the expected attendance with a 50% chance of rain. So we just use the equation.